Check. Chuffy Chuffy 1 2. This should be streaming now, shouldn't it? Check. Chuffy Chuffy 1 2. 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 Check. 2. Check. 2. So anyway, what's going on in the morning? It's not the morning. It's 2:21, 14:21 GMT. I've just touched that wire. It's going to go. It's not doing it, is it? It's alright. It's not doing it, is it? It's alright. Alright. It's not doing it, is it? It's alright. Alright. It's not doing it, is it? It's alright. Alright. It's not doing it, is it? It's alright. Alright. It's not doing it, is it? It's alright. Alright. It's not doing it, is it? It's alright. Alright. It's not doing it, is it? It's alright. Alright. It's not doing it, is it? It's alright. Alright. It's not doing it. So we've got Racks and video game music, and we've got What the Golf. But What the Golf has got its own music, hasn't it? And it's going. Here it is, What the Golf. What's going on? That's not golf. Is it? Is that golf? Don't look like golf to me. Oh. Oh, he's through. Through the tree. Going in the goal. No. Yes. You beauty. That's the web browser. This is my big face. And this is the Super Nintendo Switch. I'm playing What the Golf. Now, we've got one minor issue. One minor issue. I'll do the introduction, won't I? I'll do the introduction. Let's do the introduction. Web browser. Introduction on big face, actually, isn't it? It's all big face. 1 2, Chuffy Chuffy 1 2. Hi, you're with Scott. Stood in the football thing in the background. Hi, you're with Scott. This is Ganji Kid, my stream. It's midnight. It's always midnight. This is your right ear, and this is your left ear. And what you can hear in that right ear, left ear combo mix, I hope, is the combination of What the Golf audio going do 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 do, and some relaxing video game music, which you might recognise from the Dark Souls. Sorry if it's giving you PTSD. But the old Firelink Shrine. And I'm on Twitch right now. I'm on Twitch. Yeah, I'm streaming on Twitch. And the reason I'm streaming on Twitch is because we're doing video gaming. We're not doing any YouTube this weekend. I was going to stream on YouTube this morning, tomorrow morning. I'm not going to. I'm just going to do, for my own mental health. I don't know, just the way it's rolling. I don't have to explain any further, do I? I'm Ganji Kid, so if you want to find us on YouTube, you can see the channel there. That's the channel on YouTube. And if you scroll down on that channel, all the videos, playlists, what have you, the streams that we do uploaded there, like an archive of our streams, all uploaded there. And also, we stream on YouTube. So that's there, live and archived. And at the bottom, you've got this Ganji Puka Warrior Media, Ganji Cuts, Ganji Arts, Mental Health Monday, Ganji Clips, Battery Exhausted, True Bond 1 ASMR. We've got all these other channels. Might as well have a look at them. Another day I will talk about what's going on with the production and the choices and all that another day. I'm just going to get cracking on with the gameplay today. Am I? I wanted to sort of mention, you know, we did a whole year of creating Ganji Cuts, Ganji Arts. Well, maybe 6 months of creating those channels. And whilst I feel we do better work there, we edit the streams, we write a script, we read it out on stream, we get the B-roll on stream. You know, we sort of do a live recording session on stream for an art review or a game review or something, culture review, YouTube commentary, whatever. And then we edit it and then we put it on the old YouTube. And when our first video on that, Games of Theme Parks Now, not our first video, our third video, was really heavily edited. And I really tried hard. And you know, over the time we've been on there, we get some views, but it's weird. We don't get as many views. The idea, you're supposed to do these edits and they get the views, and that drives the traffic to your stream archive stream page, which drives traffic to this stream on Twitch. But it seems to work the other way around for me. It seems to be that we get traffic on Twitch just organically, and the stream itself on YouTube gets the majority of the views. Probably just about the same. Probably not. I don't know. But it seems weird for me to work really hard on an edited video for it to get sort of just the same response as an unedited production on a stream. So, you know, it seems like that. But I still want to edit things. I still want to make them good. I still want to write scripts and do it. So we're sort of caught between the two at the moment. All right. That's not Dark Souls that's making that. It's the... Let's get on with the golf. So with that in mind, we've been doing a lot of chuffing. We've been doing a lot of chuffing this week. Anti-vaxxers, destroying anti-vaxxers, personality test, all chuffing on YouTube there. And we started playing this yesterday on stream, What the Golf. Yesterday we played Zoo Dentist as well. We played Zoo Dentist. That was what we really did on stream. But we started playing What the Golf. I showed it you yesterday on Twitch stream, and I said it was lovely because is it going to stop doing that football chant? It is doing a football chant in the background, isn't it? Oh, it's stopped now. Okay. So this is a lovely golf game. It's physics and comedy and iterations and things. I mentioned a brief, rundown of what's going on yesterday, and I wanted to bring, I played it a little bit myself off stream. I wanted to bring you a bit more of it. So we'll start again from the start, and we'll show you sort of what's going on. This is your little home world. Your golf ball can ticky-tacky around. Look. And the levels are in these little computer screens. Each level has 3 stages, so to speak. So this is called Hole in One. There's the one. I'm the hole, look. Oh. Oh. It's a little joke, isn't it? It's a little joke, Hole in One. The hole goes in the one. And it's like we're playing with physics and we're playing with fun. And I just think it's a really nice combo. I think it's really... Tip 3 cats to win. Oh. Ooh. Yeah. There's one. Oh. No. Oh, I'm off the edge. Tip 3 cats to win. Shouldn't be too hard, should it? Should just... Ah. No. Stop rolling hole. Rolling hole. There's one. Right, one cat. Now just not off the edge here. Just set up nicely. Oosh. There's the second cat. My friend Duskpen. Oh, there's the toast. My friend Duskpen is playing Pokemon. Now look, the third cat is behind. You can see its tail there, just behind the tree, can't you? Just behind the tree, you can see its tail. Just poking out behind that tree. So I know it's there. Now, I'm going to say, there is one small issue with What the Golf. And we have it amplified on our stream. I stream in HD. I stream in HD. 1080p, but I've got a couple of problems. I don't have one of those expensive capture cards. I may get one. The Ganjipuka Warriors tips and subs and all that goes into a big kitty. I use it to eat, pay my bills, but also I want to buy stuff for stream and make the stream better. So eventually we are aiming to improve that. That is an obvious thing to improve, isn't it? 1080p. It requires an expensive capture card. I've got a really cheap one. Can I show you my really cheap capture card? Because I've got 2 of them. One's plugged in there, actually capturing the stuff. Yeah, it's down here, attached to a wire. So, if I go big face, this is the really cheap capture card that we use. It just, you wouldn't believe it, would you? You think a capture card has to be big and like, drop the chuff. You'd think a capture card has to be big, but that's it. Just a little, it only looks like a little plug adapter, USB plug adapter. They're really cheap on the internet, on the old Amazon. They're really cheap. They're not as good as like an Elgato. It just does HDMI in, USB out into your computer, capture card, and it tells you it's HD or whatever on the internet, but these are made in China. They're just cheap knockoff things. This one is 720p. I know it's 720p. I see it on my settings. It's 720p. So I'm going from HD to 720p for my capture and streaming. It's not that good. It's not that good, but it works, doesn't it? It works. This was $10, £10. The expensive Elgato capture card is 10 times the price. So I'm holding off on that until I know what I'm doing, until I'm sure I've got the right one. I use I use a camera, a Sony camera, and a computer machine, the Super Nintendo Switch, the Xbox or whatever, through a capture card, one at a time. So I need two things, two HDMIs into the computer. So I use two of these. Now, the camera is not on this, because I'm holding it now, aren't I? The camera's not on that. The camera is actually running through a program called Remote Viewer. So I can actually show you that, can't I? I'll tap the mic. Don't. It's going to go. Okay. So if I just show you this Super Nintendo Switch. I know this is not the content. This is not playing the golf. A7S. Thanks very much. But I just wanted to show it you just for, while we're talking. I just got into it then, just started to do it, so I just feel like doing it. If I make this smaller and do this, you'll be able to see, look, remote. This is a program I'm using, Remote Viewer. What it is when you run your camera into your computer, you can use your computer as a controller for your camera. Makes sense, doesn't it? When you see these photographers shooting the photography and then they've got it on the laptop. That's what this program is. So you run the camera into the computer through a USB, and it's not HDMI, so it's not going at 4K, it's not going at 1080p, it's actually going at 720p itself, I think. So both my camera and my game image at 720. If I run the camera through this on the HDMI, I lose these settings, and these settings aren't so bad. I quite like them. I mean, in the long run, we're going to lose these settings because I'm using the cheap way, the easy way to do it. Where's my chuffing Remote Viewer? I've only got one monitor and loads of windows, so give me a break. So on Remote Viewer, I can do things like change the ISO, make it brighter or darker, that sort of stuff. I can mess with the settings, and that's great if you're shooting photography. But if you actually want a really good image, and you want the really good image to be pumped out, you want to get the right settings, and then you don't want to use a Remote Viewer program like this and then send that to the computer. I'm sending the camera to the Remote Viewer on the USB, and then I'm capturing the window on the computer and letting you see it. What I should be doing is sending the camera to the computer through HDMI capture at 4K at 1080p, doing the settings on the back of the camera, and then just camera straight into the stream, not through a program like this. So you'd get the full HD 1080p, might even be able to run 4K out the back of that camera. But we don't, because we do it this way. So let me just put this back, and this is cheaper for me, basically. That's why. Cheaper and kind of easier in a way, It works on one of these $10 capture cards. Now I've changed the size, now I've always got these black lines on the edges. I hate those black lines on the edges. Just, why is it doing that to me? Why on earth is it leaving a black line at the bottom border there like that? That doesn't make sense, does it? That's better. So yeah, it's cheaper, basically. That's the reason I do it. And in the long run, what we're hoping to achieve through the long term on this stream is get a better computer, I'm going to cry, it's got a tiny black line at the bottom, I hate it. Get a better computer, get a better, setup, and as we do, spend the money on the expensive capture card. Still got a black line on the bottom. I should never have done this, I've ruined it now. When we get that expensive stuff, then the quality will improve. That's okay, 720 to 1080p, it's not a big jump. You know, you're watching it on a telly, on a phone. If you're watching it on a phone, you're not even noticing because it's, you know, not that big a jump. If you're watching on an expensive monitor, you're noticing that black line at the bottom of the screen. It's really doing your head in, like it does to me. Why won't it go away? I cannot say. Seems like every time I make it bigger, I make the black line bigger as well. Oh god, it's really irking me. See that? I'm scrolling it, pulling it down to pull it down at the bottom. It's making it black line at the top. Really irking me. And I can't full screen or anything, so I have to crop it to get my face out of the program, you know what I'm saying? And I have to fiddle around. So before it was fiddled and it was sorted. Okay, fine. So what I'm trying to tell you is that we broadcast at a slightly lower quality because it's something we will aspire to in the future to get better. Okay, we will, you know, we will. But right now, this is what we're doing. What the Golf, the reason I've talked about this, it's important for what the Golf. On the Super Nintendo Switch, I'm sending that at 720p through the capture card into the computer. So then I'm broadcasting at a slightly reduced. You can see it on the screen on What the Golf. You can't usually see it on all the games, but for some reason What the Golf looks worse on stream, doesn't it? I don't know what this music is. Skip this one. Now I've lost all my windows in order. I want this. 1, 2. Chuffy. That music's loud. Turn that down. Just turn it off, frankly. It's doing my head in. I don't know if I could be heard through everything I've been saying. What I've been trying to say. Why do I do this? My brain's falling apart, man. My brain's falling apart. Why do I do, at the start of every stream, I say to myself, just get straight into the action. Don't chuff around for ages. They're not going to want to stick around for all your chuffing, are they? They're not going to want to stick around for all your chuffing. What I'm trying to say is that What the Golf broadcasts through my stream. Look, it looks better there in small, doesn't it? It broadcasts through the stream at 720p. It's something we cannot make better at the moment, but it's something we aspire to making better in the long run. Sadly, it makes it look a bit rough on screen. Now, when I'm playing on my Super Nintendo Switch, web browser, big face. When I'm playing on my Super Nintendo Switch, I play it on the handheld like that. Yesterday I was sat in the garden playing handheld like that. And it doesn't look bad. It looks quite crisp. It looks quite neat. It's little, but then it's little, isn't it? So, you know, you kind of, you know, I love that. It's little and it's crisp and it's neat. And sometimes little and crisp and neat on a small screen like that can look really crisp and neat. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, on stream, it doesn't look as crisp and neat. I don't want you to feel, whoops, switch. I don't want you to feel that it's like poor quality. It's not. Oh, wait. Where's my chat? Where's my chat? Pop that out. Connecting. Oh, you are there. Oh, God. I'm such an idiot. Not too long, though. 26, 39. You've been there a little while. Nigel's 38, 14, 38, 40, 39. I only missed you by a minute there, Nigel. But yeah, we do need to Krypton factor my brain, don't we? Good morning. Sad music. Happy. Chuff for work. Okay, yeah. We're all good. So I'm a bit confused this morning. Actually, my tooth is making me feel a bit confused. And I feel like I need a break from streaming to get my head together to know what to stream. I feel like I've got, there's an idea brewing back here. Let's just do some talking carry on with the talking web browser. Not web browser, you see, big face. See how confused I am? Just that little confusion. There's an idea brewing back here about how this whole medium, I'm falling into step with the format. When actually what I tend to do when I get used to a format is to start exploring the edges, pushing the boundaries. That's what I tend to do. So I've already started to, this thing in the back of my brain has already said, hang on, everyone streams with a camera over there and a chat and a thing. You can do anything. If you can plug it into that computer, it can be part of your stream. If it's visual, it can be part of your stream. There are people doing some quite different things on streams, and it's like that. I'm not going to take a full vacation to get my mojo. I'm just saying to myself that I realised that after a full week of streaming every day in the morning, trying to do a bit more in the evening, maybe get a bit of editing fitted in, there isn't that space for think time, writing time. I'm just learning about it. I'm not saying I'm going to take a massive break. I'm just going to, I referred to the Krypton Factor yesterday. Yeah, you'll have to look into yesterday's stream to find out the mysteries of the Krypton Factor. I'm just generally having a chit chat, telling you how I feel, and the golf. We'll come back to that in a second. Just an example of what I was just mentioning was I thought to myself, why do we always sit up to the camera like this? And why don't I ever do a stream where I'm lying on the floor and the camera's overhead? And why don't we do any streams where I suspend everything from the ceiling and suspend myself from the ceiling and stream upside down? But you would see it the right way up because I've fixed the desk, the computer, my chair, everything to the ceiling. And then I had this other thought because I was playing the ISS space station game on the. We've got to do that on the VR. We've got to do that on the VR one of these days. Got to show you inside the space station. In the International Space Station, they rotate the space station. Like you have stuff on the ceiling, and then when you go up there, it's not the ceiling because you're upside down and you're in space. It's just like in the sleeping quarters, they have a bed quarters on every wall, and you can't say mine's on the top because if you go in it, you're now on the ground floor because you're upside down again. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's all relative. And I just thought to myself, why don't we have chairs? Like, we're quite happy lying down in our beds, so why don't we have chairs on the walls that we could sit in and a screen on the ceiling, and I could theoretically I'd just be lying back like that, wouldn't I? Sat on my chair watching the telly on the ceiling. I'd create a sort of third and fourth room space by putting stuff on the sides of the walls, which I sort of sit on, equivalent to lying down looking at the ceiling. So that's how my brain was working. I just think there's more to this medium. I just think there's more to it. I think it's just at the very nascent stages, people have fallen into a kind of trope, a norm. You have your little face, you have your gameplay. It was mainly gameplay, wasn't it? Streaming is now opening out. Oh, we can do a cooking stream. Oh, I can do a podcast. And a lot of people are just saying, right, we're live. I've got my microphones. You see the other formats that you've seen on the telly and stuff, and you sort of fall into that, not trap, but you go with that flow, don't you? It's an easy idea because it's just right there. You can see it, you can replicate it. But I'm sure there are some other ideas that have not even been scratched the surface of yet through this medium. I mean, when they did live streaming, they took the phone and the live. Now the quality of the phones and the cameras is so much better. Where you can put a camera, you can live stream. Why aren't we having surgical? Like, I suppose you couldn't put a camera in a surgeon. Could you? Could you live stream surgery? I bet you could, couldn't you? I bet someone does, to be honest. But you know what I'm saying? I think there's more in the world. There are more cameras and more applications for those cameras than we just take it for granted. And I'm not doing a macro stream, for example. We're not looking at the macro world as a regular stream. So my brain wants to have these ideas, but I can't quite formulate them into the right. Penn and Teller did that illusion on one of their shows. Channel 5 did a live stream of surgery. Okay, so they did it on the telly. Yeah. But I was just thinking, I'm not a surgeon, but if I were, I could have a surgery live stream. I was just thinking there's more. They explore it on the telly. They definitely do. And I think live stream of surgery is a good example on Channel 5. And Gordon Ramsay did one where he killed animals, didn't he? But they explore things on the telly because the telly's been around for so long that they're desperately cloying for new and interesting things, because the standard boring tired medium it's been around for so long, and even something as simple as a talk show these days or a sitcom, they look for a creative different edge. A great example is Peep Show, and their sitcom was fairly standard, but their idea of putting the cameras on the heads and hearing the voices in the heads was a little bit different, a little bit nuanced. And I think somebody with a bit of smarts and a few different camera options and maybe some slightly different context and content could really go far just by being outside the box, just by saying I don't have to have a little picture of me in the corner, and I don't have to be playing a game or reading a thing. I think IRL sort of typifies it already, but I think there's something else there. And for me personally, it was going to be presenting the stream from a physically different, maybe upside down or in a cupboard, I know it sounds stupid, but in a cupboard, doesn't it? It sounds stupid in a cupboard. What do you mean in a cupboard? Well, just, I don't know. Why do you have to set it up like an office and a computer? So, I've been saying that. I wanted to say, what I really wanted to talk about was this problem we've got with the 1080p. What is that? Age of Empires? Oh, I can't hear it because it's silenced. The problem we've got with the 1080p and the streaming, and where am I now? Super Nintendo Switch. So we are going to play a game. It's not going to look at its best. I'm going to collect B-roll footage, and there are problems with the image. There's another problem with the game. So I've chatted for a bit there, and I'm never going to edit that properly. It's a shame that this game doesn't look at its best on stream, because that's a fact. There's another problem with it though. I want the option to move my camera. I want the option to zoom in on there. I'll just check I can't do it because I might be wrong. I haven't Googled it. Let's Google it. Web browser. That's us, Ganji Kid. I want Google this time because I just want to try and find the answer. What the golf? Change camera. Reviews. Expansions. Nothing about the camera. I don't think you can. I don't think you can. Change camera, Angel. Nope. Nope. Okay. So I don't think I can. And it's a real shame because go to Super Nintendo Switch. The problem I've got here, look, and it's a cheeky one. They know you can't move the camera, so they put the cat behind the tree. It's hidden. But when you're playing and it's hard to see, and those beautiful little details and designs are sort of aliased, pixelated. It's a shame. And though I won that hole, it frustrated me that I couldn't swing the thing around. Now, you'll see in future holes now, when we play a bit more of this game, that it would benefit from being able to be zoomed in, because you'd see the detail better and you'd have more fun. 1 2 Chuffy 1 2. Have I got this music really loud or what? Seems right, doesn't it? Seems right. I don't know. Seems alright. Give me just a second to make my little cigarette, and then we'll play another hole. But I did want to do a review of What the Golf, because I know there's a lot of reviews out there already. I know I'm late to the table, because I'll tell you what, I can't afford to pay £20 for a game. I know this is sounding stupid now. I'm not that, like, you know, I'm not scrubbing for sweet corn. Big face. I'm not scrubbing for sweet corn. Like, I can afford to eat now. I get it. You know, I'm very lucky I live in abject luxury, a warm house with carpets, and you know, I'm lucky that I live in abject luxury, warm house, soft bed, luxury. It's not massive, you know. I live adjacent to my neighbour who we're built onto. You know, we're not like living on some country manor, big, what they call it when your house isn't built onto your next door neighbour. We're not doing that, you know. We've still got normal housing situation, like on a little estate with the neighbours. But it's luxury. It really is luxury compared to the rest of the world and some of the states that some of the places are in. It's absolutely luxury. So I'm really grateful. And we're pulling, you know, starting to pull forward with this stream and my financial development after a real, you know, serious grinding halt of COVID. Going forward, so I'm not complaining. But what I am saying is that when it comes to little games on the Super Nintendo Switch and stuff like that, I'm not prepared to pay full price. Another great example was Tony Hawk's recently re-released at 40 quid, and I was like, I spent 40 quid on that when I was a kid, and you want me to pay you again? And I know it's 2 games in one and all that, but you want me to pay you again? And I feel really aggrieved because I've already bought it. You know, I know I've bought it. I can't take a voucher and say I bought this before. So I waited for the sale. I'm happy with that. I got my money's worth, waited for the sale. 33% was it, something like that. Still quite expensive, but I got my money's worth better than I would have done. Same with this. Although the problem is I'm a streamer, so shouldn't I just be spending the money, buy a brand new game, brand new, support the developers, and then I can review it on day one, and I can try and get that a logarithm, and forget it. Forget it. I'd rather pay what I consider to be a more fair price, get the game a little bit later, have some fun playing it, do my little review. And this is another point about this content, which is more important to me than it is to you, but web browser. Something interesting about content is they call some of it legacy content. So Ganji Arts, you can always come here and watch my review of Moonlighter. It's always there. Anyone who wants to pick up Moonlighter in the future on sale, on Steam, whatever, they can always go there and have a little look at it. It's an interesting, nice video. It's got some points to make about arts, and that's good. So it's always there. And people will always sort of filter in little by little and find that. It's called legacy content. It's always pertinent. My ASMR channel is legacy content because it doesn't matter about what's new and in the news. You can come here and all these videos are, always... I got a really nice comment recently from someone who said they've been using the video for like 7 years to help them sleep. It's always pertinent. It's not going old and getting stale. It's always sort of brand new to somebody and interesting. And it doesn't matter if you watched it 10 years ago, 7 years ago. It couldn't 10. It's 7. It existed 7 years ago. And you go there now, it's still fresh in a way. The videos don't like date and age because they're legacy content, because a guided meditation is always a guided meditation. Whereas I talk about what's in the news today is not relevant in 2 days' time. It's not relevant in 6 days' time. It's not relevant, in a month, in a year. So what is often the case with streams, where are my uploads, my videos? What's often the case with streaming and streamers, I mean, you probably know this, I watch Asmongold. I don't tend to watch Asmongold's videos from 10 years ago, but actually, personally, I do. But then some of them are legacy content. But what you're not going to tend to do is anti-vaxxers is not going to be relevant in 10 years' time, is it? Because unless we have other reasons for it to be relevant, it's of its time, it's of its day. I try, for that reason, to make more evergreen content, we call it as well, evergreen, where, I tried to make content that you could go back through our streams and you could just watch them, and it's not going to be all irrelevant because it's not done today. So for that reason, we're not very topical. We're not very topical. And that concept is inbuilt, right? Whereas with a game review, now I just said the game review is evergreen, didn't I? I just said the game review was legacy. But if you're not sharp and you're not on it, let's go back to this and Super Nintendo Switch. If you're not sharp and you're not on it and you don't, get the game early and review it early and first look and all that, your content's not going to get suggested, is it? Because there's other game reviews ahead of yours. So if you buy a game 6 months down the line, 8 months down the line, and you do a little... my phone rang then, I can't answer it because I'm on stream. You do a little review. It's, you missed the mark, haven't you? You've missed the thing. And it does, because games come out, new games come out, and it does sort of fall by the wayside. It doesn't become evergreen in a way. Although, I also think on the flip side of this, which is weird, I think on the flip side of this is that it does, because they release DLC and they release updates, and you don't really ever see the full game these days. When I did my review for Moonlighter, I hadn't completely finished it. When I finished the game, I bought the DLC, or I already had because it was inbuilt in my purchase of the game. And the DLC makes it go on for longer. And so some of the things I said in the review weren't quite as accurate on reflection. Like, you can actually play that game forever. They've done it with the Golf. If I go to the... Can't use the menus here. Come on. Capture taken, you chuffer. There. This is the main menu. Will be in a second. Adventures, quick play. Now, quick play and adventures is new, and quick play is new. And what they've done is they put in a daily challenge, a challenge me, show to a friend. I don't know what's going on with that, but they put them in. And it's not just the main campaign now, it's snow time, it's a whole new world, it's party mode, it's sporty sports, it's coming soon. So there is a lot more to it. Turning it down now, audio input capture. There is a lot more to it. So if I'd bought this on day one and reviewed it on day one, I'd have been missing a trick, wouldn't I? So I can't get my head around it. I don't know whether it's the right way is to make more evergreen content by waiting a while for the game, or whether I'm supposed to be bang on day one. But I don't like spending the money. I get it cheaper on sale. I still get to do the review, and this way we get to do a more like realistic open review of the whole thing, because now we've got the whole game almost, haven't we? We can see the end game as well as the what it originally was when it launched. I'm just chuffing because my brain is in that space, just chuffy space. So I think we carry on. I don't know what I was supposed to be saying now. I've lost my train of thought. I think I was saying that 720p is not very good, but it's my fault, not the game's fault, and that we can't zoom in because it doesn't give us that option. So you just have to suffer with that. But trust me, it's beautiful and excellent, and it is enjoyable on the Super Nintendo Switch on the small screen. And I think we do want to do... Oh, yeah, that was it. I do want to do a review of this game. I want to play it through. I want to find out some more ideas. So with that in mind, I want to show you some of the things that I thought, rather than moving past the whole one and not showing it you, show you some of the things that I thought were good in these early stages of the game. And also... gather the footage for the review, I guess. So should we do it? Oh, shut up! I can't go in the hole. In the hole, you little chuffer. Do you remember Happy Gilmore? Tap it in. Do you remember Tap It In? We're never going to get to see me play the game, are you? You're never going to get to see the gameplay. It doesn't matter. It's only golf. Do you remember Tap It In? I can't. I can't do anything golf related without this in my brain. I just can't. This is what dominates my thinking every time.
4 less shots. All right now. You make this one in 4 less shots, you win the tournament.
4 shots.
Just think of it this way. Other team pull a goalie, it's wide open. All you gotta do is tap it in.
Just tap it in.
I can do that.
Just tap it in. Why won't you go in the whole ball?
You're still in good shape. All you gotta do is just tap it in. Just tap it in.
Just tap it in.
Just tap it in.
Why won't you go in the whole ball?
Just tap it in.
Just tap it in.
Tap it in. Give it a little
Tap.
tappy. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
Tap-a-roo.
Grandma, 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 grandma.
Right. That's what I think of anyway. I think of tap it in. I might pause the video game music if we're going to be playing an actual video game. Super Nintendo Switch, web browser, Super Nintendo Switch, audio input capture, Behringer. You got it all. We got it all, mate. Got it all. And you might hear the dog chuffing in the background because I gave him a chewy and he's excited by it. He's a bit bored today, to be fair, because it's a bit of one of those boring wet days, isn't it? So each hole has 3 parts. This is get a hole in 2. And I like that they iterate. Oh, no, not in the hole. I like that they iterate on each idea. Whee! And each hole has its own little pun. Twofer. It's nice, isn't it? Then you get your little crown, and that's your hole done. So I've done these already, but I'm just going to show you some cool things. What's this one? This is hot dogs. this is cool because you know what I was saying yesterday. What we were looking at yesterday was how, okay, you get the gist. It's a golf ball, it's a golf club, and then what they do, which is the basic thing about what I was saying about streaming earlier, they subvert the premise. They, you know, play with the ideas. Yay. Hang on. Did you see that then? Chat just chuffed me about. No, it didn't. No, it's fine. It's fine. No, chat's fine. I was just tripping. So this one, they subvert the concept by offering you balls in the way and clubs to hit, and lots of them. Which I thought was cool. And as you move through this little place, home world, you can open up different areas. Ah! Reminiscent, isn't it? Reminiscent of the old... Oh, what the... What's going on? Do you know what I mean? What's going on? It's lovely, isn't it? And so I've opened up the basic, you know, learning how to play the game section. And we've got a home world full of levels to get on with. This, I think, is a lovely level. This vase. Oh, the vase broke, look. Ah! Just gently roll the vase up there, look. It's nice, isn't it? Nice, interesting, like what are they playing at? Having to roll the vase. Oh. Got to do it again now because I chose to do this level again because I'm an idiot. And as you progress through this, so there's 3 stages, 3 iterations. This is max power. So every hit I make is maximum power on the vase. And it's like, what? The chuff? No, no! But you get there. You get there. And then there's wind blowing me. I found this technique, if you keep tapping it, you can sort of dribble. Oh. And I think this is so... like, it's nice because it's got these lovely, interesting concepts. Each level's slightly more interesting, slightly different, and a little tickle of an idea. And there's the physics, so you're sort of balancing the tray, you know, you're sort of involved, like physically involved in the feel of the game. So it's got a mindfulness aspect to it as well. Like I say, I like to play sat quietly, a bit of mindfulness, relax me. This is that sort of game. It works really well. So, what else have we got? Is there any that I really want to show you here? This one's good. What the chuff? See how it messes with you? I think it's so lovely. It's difficult to control, it's physics, but I thought I was hitting a ball, but I'm not, I'm hitting an arrow now. Ooh. No? Hey. I'll leave a few of these unseen so that you don't... not so as not to spoil it in case anyone else would like to play. But there's a couple in here that I really want to... I really like and I really want to show you. This one's a cool one. You just don't know what's going to happen, do you? You don't know what thing's going to happen. It's this little office chair, look. Whee! Whee! Right, Chuffy. Oh, camera battery. That was early battery. Oh no, I didn't check that. Oh god. I didn't charge the battery last night. So we'll switch to second camera. Really frustrating. Speed. Turn that on. Pop it up the top. Where is it? There. I need to pop it over my face. I need to twist it round so it's pointing at my face. Over here. There you are. There's my face. Second face. Don't worry, we've got two. Always. Backup face. The backup face. Pop it over here now, why not? Just pop it over here. Like that. No. Down there. So that's covering my face like that. Up there. I don't know where we should put the second face. The A7S can go, can't it? That can go. Bye. And I need to move the switch around a bit. Everything's in the way of everything now. See what I mean? I can just feel if I don't have this like space in between. Like I'm learning about streaming. I'm learning about all this. I'm looking at the camera over there. You're not over there. You're up there. I'm learning about all this. If I don't have the space between things, I make little mistakes. Little mistakes. What are you going to do? So let's carry on with playing speed golf. It's not speed golf. Accidentally. I always do this. I press this button by mistake. Teleport myself to somewhere else in the environment by mistake. Oh, I pressed it. I don't know. Okay, this one's cool as well. Check her out. Yay! This one's the worst one of them all. Still haven't got my... Have I got my crown? Yeah, I've got my crown. Don't like that one. I'm not going to show it. You don't like it. What have we got over here? Oh, I like these actually. These are cool. 2D again. Look at all the balls. I only need one. I need to get one out. And up. It's cool, isn't it, this game? So we get through this little intro section. We open up these things. We move through. There's a cow. Oh, sorry. We open up these, and this is where we got to. I've opened up these fresh worlds, and I haven't really completed them. This one was the soccer. That's where we came in today. Football. And they are quite difficult. Some of the football ones. I'll show you. I'll show you for why. If you right click on the source webcam, you can flip it. Okay, hang on. I think it is time to try. Right click on the source. Streamlabs. Right click. Jesus! Not only can I flip it, Nigel, I can add, I can group selected items, I can copy, I can set colour, rename, remove, order, transform, deinterlacing, scale filtering, full screen projector, window projector, screenshot, show transition, hide transition, filters and properties. Oh my days. flip. Now, you're supposed to remember what horizontal and vertical... Oh, I always get it wrong. Always get it wrong. But at least now I'm on the ceiling like I want it to be. At least now I'm broadcasting upside down like I want it to be. Right. Oh, we're one more. This is like the Krypton Factor again. Alright, alright. There we are. Look at that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now it's confusing the chuff out of me because I'm looking over there, but down here I'm looking over there. Oh, you. How can you. What the. Good though. It's good. I should have the door shut so you can see the collection of hooders. I've got the door open because there's doggies and cats running around. So we are, it's a shame that we're losing the coloured lights, aren't we? I just forget it. Look, we're on stream. So this one, what's this one going on? 7. It's a par 7. Why aren't they attacking me? Oh, I blew up. No, I'm all right. What's going on? Revenge of the Ball. Oh, I see. I see, right. I've got to chuff these chuffers off. Ah. That's why it says 7, look. Suddenly, now we're playing a different game. Suddenly, I've got like... This is like a mini-game all of a sudden, isn't it? I've got an invincible ball, and I've got to smash those dudes off the... Get out at you. And you. And suddenly, it's a little jokey, different physics game. Like, you could create a whole game out of this, but it's just one hole, it's just one idea. Oosh. No, I've got to just one more. No. Oh, yes. Yes. And that stems from the first of these, which is trying to get this up the other end. Oh, without these choppers kicking me off. Which is quite hard, look. Ah, no. I'm not going off. You're going off. Right. No. From the back of from behind the goal. Steady. Yes. Let's have a look at the final for the crown. This one for the crown. Score a goal, it says. There's holes in the... Oh, I'm the dude. Failed. Yes. Check it out, now I'm the dude. Get there. Off the cat. Oh. And like, they could have done a whole game about this, couldn't they now? Like, they could have made a little football game with this sort of physics. It's quite cool physics for a little football game. It's not quite... Like, they drift. See? They drift. It's quite cool. But they haven't. They've just put it as a one little segment of a hole, which I think is beautiful. Oh, no. Get it over there. Get it. Ah, oh, chopper. Like, each one of these little holes feels like... it's a shame for our review, isn't it, if I do all the talking on this terrible camera, and I can't go big face now. But it's a little bit like, you know, when you were a kid and you got these games and toys, and they weren't like, you wanted the real games and toys, and instead they gave you just like a marble, not a marble, a ball bearing in a plastic case with like a little maze or something like that. Yeah, I'm looking over there. You're not over there. You're up there. And you get your ball bearing in your little thing, and you roll it around in the middle, you know, that sort of thing. A little puzzle game like that. That it wasn't the best toys. Honestly, they weren't. I don't know why there were so many of them, because they're not the most fun. Maybe some people prefer that stuff. Not for me. Dexterity toys. You know what I mean? Little dexterity toys. And each one of these holes feels like a little dexterity toy. And for some reason, with the addition of these graphics and these, you know, comedic, like, because the style is so jocular, it really lifts it. And the frustration that you can feel, oh, get it wrong, oh no, stay on, oh, you know, all that business, that sort of goes away because it's fun. Right, then Real Madrid. How am I getting through this one? Oh, no, no, no. Maybe I don't run him through. Maybe I just kick it through. Get the hot dog man. Alright, there we go. Just up the line. Dribbling it through. Okay, there's a space here, look. Space for me to pause and think, isn't there? Look. That thing knocks you off. Maybe if I run this. No, it's going to hit me. It's going to hit me. Maybe just... There's a smaller gap this way. And through. Yes, yes, yes! The man went in, not the ball. I get my little... And then you feel satisfied. Did it. Juggled it. You know, juggled it. I'm looking over there. You're not over there. You're over there. Juggled it. And that's the maximum frustration it can give you. There are a few levels that are more... You're over there. I keep looking over here because I'm so used to being over here. There are so many levels that it doesn't matter. There's one or two that I haven't... Look, there's one here that I haven't finished. It gets... This one, for me, is just... Soccer balls, it teaches you, look, there can be... You can keep tapping it. Great. You need to get past those fans. Fine. Hello, obnoxiously loud. I'm looking over there, you're not over there. We're using the backup camera today because I forgot to charge the battery. It's nice to see you. I remember that you are one of the Ganji Puko Warriors. It's good enough, isn't it? It's good enough just that he remembers your name. He remembers your name. So we're playing what, the golf. It's been a bit of a while. Yeah, how are we doing? So we're doing alright. I am... One of the reasons it's been a bit of a while is because I am regularly streaming on Twitch. Trying to go Mental Health Monday, 8 PM GMT every week. Trying to go Wednesday evenings for a bit of an arty culture, a bit of a cheese and wine evening. No cheese, we're vegan. And no wine on teetotal. And then Fridays, we're trying to do gameplay, fun, wacky shack, whatever. We're on now, it's the weekend. No plan for the weekend, no set in stone agenda. But what I have been doing, I'll just quickly show you on the WebBubba browser, is I have been streaming on YouTube as well. We've got the YouTube channel, haven't we? The Ganja Kid YouTube channel. And I've been using it just for a live stream in the mornings for an hour or so in the weekdays, just chuffing. So we've been there as well. So when we've been there, we've not been here, have we? So, you know. That makes sense, doesn't it? Big face, stupid Nintendo Switch. It's nice to be remembered. Yeah. It's not... sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. I'm just experimenting with the medium. Like, if YouTube serves me up more and we get more views, great. You know, if Twitch is doing better, great. We started on Twitch. It's got its own ecosystem. I don't just want to walk away from it. I think we're doing well here. At the same time, I want to make sure we get a foot in YouTube. That's the way it's going. It's a new year. It's not a new start. It's just an additional, more stuff for us to do. You've barely been online anyway, so it's your fault. It's not my fault. It's your fault. But don't worry, all the stuff we do is always immortalised on YouTube. You can always go back and watch it anytime. There's loads of it. So this is level 2. We're doing What the Golf today. That's what we're doing, you can see. And I'm talking through it because I think it's a really good game and I think it deserves a really good art review. And so I want to make sure I try and bring up as many little points as we're going. Yeah. So this is level 2 of this one. Look, fans. Oh, no. Oh. In you go. Thank you very much. Football. Gets a bit more complicated, look. But I can tap this at any time. I can get through these. They say to... Whoa, no. Chuffing thing. Yes. I'm a football pro, look. Through this line. We're in. Sweet. Not the fan of the fans. I'll tell you what I'm not a fan of. Check this one out. Score a goal. That's all you have to do. Score a goal. Now, there are 2 fans. But there are 2 giants. And I cannot, for the life of me. He kicks me. Look. He kicks me back. Oh, go off. I don't know how to do this one. I can't megs him. I can't go through his legs. His, her, their legs. Oh, no. It's so narrow. No! I'm back in, but I can't. I'm not. Got Going up the line then. Up the line. Up the line. He's passed. He's passed. No. Shoveled out of there. Shoveled out of there. If I can only get past... Insult them. Insult them. Your father was a hamster and your mother smells of elderberries. The, devastating psychologically. They're both number 5 as well, which is a bit weird to me. That's number 5 and number 7. I think they should be just like. But look, I can get it up past this one. Oh no, he's shoveled me. Oh, I'm in the air. I'm in the air. I'm going. It's a fluke. It's a cheese. I'm over the goal. No. In. Yes. Pure cheese, that though. Pure cheese. That wasn't through some clever. That was just pure fluke, wasn't it? Pure fluke. But we got there. So there are some frustrating ones, but the frustration only lasts... I'm switching back into art review now. The frustration only lasts as long as the level lasts, and they're all very short little things. You don't have to do it, you can move on. It's fine. So it doesn't actually end up frustrating you like it could, which I think is really good. 5 of 6. I need to unlock another one before I can... Oh, God. Let's see what's going on. Noise. Do you know why they say noise? They say noise because they're not English and they think English people say noise. Oh, I say noise. I say nice. Nice. But they think I'm from London. Say nice, mate. I'm not English. We're through. In on goal. Easy. Bring the goalie out. Get yourself an angle. Easy. Bring the goalie out. Get yourself an angle. Easy. Par now, though. Par 7. So now I've got to be careful about how many shots I take, yeah? Because last time I was just tapping willy-nilly. Ah! And suddenly it gets hard, doesn't it? Dustpane's playing Pokemon now. I've used up loads of shots by mistake. 1 shot left. He can't get it past the keeper. Don't chuff me off. No! See how difficult it is? For some reason, some of these levels are just like remarkably tough. Which is, I kind of think is okay, because you want some challenge. And like you saw, you can cheese it if you get lucky. No. But in the main, the difficult ones are difficult. You chuff off, you little chuff winkle. Piff wizard. That get me in. One more. No! I don't like it when I fail. I can't not. This is the problem you have as well. It's like Dark Souls. This game is the equivalent of Dark. It's like Dark Souls, right? Progressive difficulty. Yeah, I guess progressive difficulty, but also. Right. Let's just. I don't know how to. Yeah, that one. The patience, yeah, you see, I was just saying it doesn't make you that frustrated. I agree there should be a progressive difficulty in a way, but I also think, like, because that's Football World, look, Football World, and each level is slightly different. Like, if I just take you back, just for obnoxiously loud here, just take you back to the earlier levels, they're iterating, making little jokes. Like, this one's about Hot Dog Man. And look, I hit the cat. Ah! I'm hitting the cat, not the ball. What's going on? See? It's a little bit fun. A little bit different. And on this one, there's loads of balls, and I'm hitting the golf clubs. And it's the clubs that so yeah, it's like quirky. Each one's weird and different. And so they don't have to increase necessarily in difficulty for me. They could increase or just change in quirky aspects. Do you know what I mean? So we've got Football World has its own quirks, and over here we've got a different place which will have its own different quirks, I assume. What have we got over here? I don't know if you recognise this concept. But suddenly I'm playing a different game. I love the way, you know, you could do a whole game like that, couldn't you? But they haven't done the whole game. They've just done one level or one area like that, which I think is very good. And now look, now it's different again. Now what's going on? This looks like Super Mario Brothers, doesn't it? What the chuff is happening? I can't do the... That's not a real block. You know what I mean? It's not Flappy Bird anymore, is it? It's just like gone something else. It's just like, what the golf? And that's why I love it so much, is that when... Oh, I've got another one. Just when you think it's really frustrating, it can be in a very different way. And so, what a lovely game. Like, imagine how each level is like somebody... Oh, I imagine you've got a game designer, maybe two. We're going to find out. I'll find out. Capture taken. I always take a capture because I'm an idiot. It's one of these buttons. There you go. Let's go to the main frame. Let's go to the home screen. You've got a game designer or two, I imagine. Where's my options? There it is. Settings. Gameplay design. There's 3 of them. One person is in for puns. Rune Drewson wrote the puns. Composer, animator. It's a small team. It's indie, isn't it? It's indie. Challenge design, 4 people. Consulting, 3. 3 for gameplay design. Yeah, lead game 1. So you've got like 4 or 5 people. We've got 4 or 5 people, and I imagine that they come up with the ideas between them, you know. And so I imagine some of these ideas are more one person than the other, and then they don't like. What's really amazing, like, I imagine a game jam. Do you know a game jam? I want to go big face, but I can't because I've only got a small face today. In game jams, like a game developer or 2 or 10 will get together or do it on the internet, and they'll make a game in a really short space of time. Like maybe it's a weekend game jam and the theme is environmentalism, and like game designers from all over the world go online together or meet up at this place and they make a game, every team, and at the end they show off their games, and it's just a little concept, it's just a little idea, and some of those might actually end up as full games. It's called a game jam. This game feels like someone said, golf game jam. We've got the concept overall. You know, you know what golf is. You tap your little. This is the physics. Tap your little thing, and then what else? What else is coming out of your brain? Go. And it feels like between the 5 of them, they've sort of jammed out this game, and so you've got a bit that feels a bit more this, and a bit that feels a bit more that. And overall, it has a really, like I said, it doesn't make you feel like, oh, I'm dragged down by this level over and over again, and I'm bored and I'm tired. It's always fresh. It's always interesting. You don't know what's coming next around the corner. I think it's really good for that reason. It's like an iterative... you know, another way it's making me think. Do you remember when you were a kid and you used to play this game where you draw a little head on a piece of paper and then you fold it over and you give it to someone else and they draw the shoulders and the chest and then you fold it over. Someone else draws the legs and then you unfold it and see what you've drawn. You know, it's like you don't know what's around the corner. It's going to be fun, and each step makes it different and can be repeatable. And so each level has been iterated on 2 or 3 times, and then just like a game jam, they've said that's it. Then, you know, each hole has 2 or 3, like the Flappy Bird level, and then it's not the Flappy Bird game. It's just the Flappy Bird level. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's quite nice. Oh God, par 12. I'm not gonna get this in 12, am I? And so yeah, it does. Oh God, it does get progressively harder, doesn't it? Yeah, it does get actually, doesn't it? It does get progressively harder. I'm just free flowing this and see if we make it. Oh! I'll give it one more go. And I do feel actually, now I've said all that, I feel like it actually is going to get to a point where there's going to be a couple of these levels that do hold me back. And unless I can manage to achieve them, I'm going to be stuck at some point. Do I just want to go up? Let's see if he just goes up. Does he go along? Along is better, isn't it? Along is better. Oh, God. It's all about the angles. It changes each time. Those pipes are different. So you've got to hope for the lucky pipe arrangements. Well, maximum transfer... Oh, shit. I swore there. And there's my chuffing gone. Well, maximum transversal across the space with each hit. Maximum distance. This is very Souls-like now, isn't it? Talking to the PTSD from Dark Souls earlier, I could bring Dark Souls onto stream, so I didn't even complete it. I'm up to the DLC with that awful boss that I can't destroy, and the Lord of Cinder. And I didn't want to complete the Lord of Cinder before I did the, I didn't want to complete the final boss, I think it is, before I did the, fail, before I did the DLC, because I never want to have to go back to it ever again. Is this going to be our run? Is this our run? I feel like What the Golf has got a really good speed run in it as well. And that levels like... Yes! Levels like this, one of what might like really hinder the speed run. Can you imagine the speed run where it's all fun and it's golf and it's all that, and then all of a sudden you have to do Flappy Bird? My friend broke their phone playing it. This should be alright. There's just a few spikes. You chuffer. Oh, no. It's alright, it's just a few spikes. You just take it easy. Up and down bouncing is fine. It's fine. You can bounce around. Ooh. No. Should be alright. Yeah. Never ever in the future, if I'm like, just get in the back there, don't need a seatbelt, should be alright. You know, never ever. Now you know, should be alright means totally not alright. In. Up. Gentle. The thing that spoils it here is if it pings off something and we don't... No! We don't want it to ping. It's when you get a funny bounce, that's what does you. If you just go slow and steady, you can win this race. There's no need to... And it's got this thing about it that I can't give it up. When I get in a... You know, once you've done 3 or 4 of these, you're like, I'm doing this now. It ain't beating me. But I am not like Super Meat Boy gamer. I'm not that. Yes, I'm not that good. So who knows where it can take us? Little flag here with your little crown. Your little overworld. It's nice, isn't it? What's going on? Is that Mario music? What the golf? It's Mario music, isn't it? So this should be a mushroom. It's just a pipe. I mean, that's just... I mean, what the chop is happening now? It's different enough so they don't get sued, but yeah, like it's supposed to be Mario, isn't it? It's like a homage to Mario. Flappy Mario golf game. Like, what is going on? Oh. Fraggled. Oh, I could kill him by jumping on him, right? It's a little bit more difficult like, to control the Mario because of this arrow thing. But what's obvious is you could translate the entirety of the Mario Bros series into this format. But they don't do that. They're just going to do one level, show it you, and then you know, you go. Oh, I'm this little chuffer. Oh, God. This is the Mario game translated into... There's my easy Donkey Golf. Am I even in focus on this funny camera? That's better, I suppose, isn't it? That's a bit better. Oh, no, because now I'm over here. It's not so good. I've ruined it. It was alright before, and now I've ruined it. That's what's happening there. I just did this one, didn't I? Oh, 6. Collect all the toast. Oh, it was toast. Just in disguise as pipe. Disguise toast. Because of course it pops up, doesn't it? So it's toast. What the golf? Find the secret room. Well, we all know the secret room's down the pipe, isn't it? Or do you have to climb up the... Look, it's Mario. I never collect all these coins, so I usually just jump past them. I think I might have to collect them for the purposes of this demonstration. Sewer toast. There's my little crown. Don't have to ever do that again. Golf Note 1. Golf is really boring. Maybe we can fix it. Quite rude about golf, aren't they, when the whole game is based around the premise that it's a game of golf. Oh god, more of this. Bird-based Mario level. Okay, okay. Let's see what comes up. What the chuff is happening here? It's like Angry Birds then. It's like... This is a different kind of Flappy Bird, isn't it? It's... angry... But I've knocked the flag down. Oosh! There you go. To be fair, golf is really boring. I don't know if golf is... I think golf is a covert operation, right? I don't think they actually enjoy hitting the ball around and doing the golf. I think the reason Donald Trump has golf courses is... I don't know, this is going to sound weird, but the reason Donald Trump has golf courses is because he goes there to do secret conversations. Like, he used the golf course like 200, 300 times in his presidency. Like, that's like half a year... or like a year's worth of presidency, walking around the golf course, talking to people that he's playing with, having secret conversations. I think people just want to go to the golf course so they can talk to people and walk around and have secret conversations. And I reckon the ball hitting is incidental. I think the reason you have a caddy is because you hit the ball and then the caddy goes and puts it where it needs to go. Because you're never going to be hitting that down where it's supposed to be. Who can do that? No one can do that. I need to do a big face, but I haven't got a big face camera. I've only got the Frozen and the speed dial. This is the big face camera. Now you can see the rest of the room that you never get to see. So I don't like this. I don't want you to see all the mess on the windowsill where I have all my mess. Don't really want you to see outside the front of my house, really. It's a wide angle, isn't it, on the old webcam? It's a wide angle. So anyway, this is big face for today. Let's go back to the Super Nintendo Switch. I can't tolerate it. The golf. They go around on the golf course. They talk secrets. No one can be good enough to hit the golf ball down to the other end onto the green. That was it. Big face. All right. So I think it was New Year's Day. One New Year's Day. We go to see our friends for New Year's usually in Birmingham. Our friends in Birmingham. I have to do it, big face. It's a big face story. So we go to see our friends in Birmingham, and it was after a wedding. One of them had got married. One of the siblings had got married. So we'd gone to play golf. It was like a men's. The ladies go and do the makeup or something. The men play golf. It was one of these sort of situations. Okay. Oh look, you're chatting and I can't see it because I'm an idiot. There we go. This is working, isn't it? This is working. Change the border of that camera hard. Yeah, I suppose I could do that, yeah. I just want to get through this talking bit and then I'll switch back. The thing I wanted to say was... What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that... yeah, we went to this golf thing. So we are the men. I'm not. I am, aren't I? I'm one of the men. But I'm a modern man, so I don't believe in all this gender discrimination. Men do this and women do that. I'm not like. I'd have been happier just staying indoors, but I had to get these golf clubs. I hadn't got my own. Like some of the men have got their own golf clubs. I ain't got my own. So I got rent some golf clubs. So now if you've got the posh golf clubs and you're used to doing this stuff, you've got your shoes on, your golf shoes, you've got your golf, it's on wheels, you've got a little cart, whatever. I haven't got any of that. I'm in trainers. I've got this big, it's one of these things where you have to carry around all the stuff. One of these chuffers. And so they hit the balls. Hole number 1. Choff! Down towards the hole. Choff! They hit the thing. My turn. Well, I've got to hit it over there. Choff! Out into the woods. Like gone out into the woods. They're over there and they start walking to their, destination, up towards having their chat. I've got to go in the woods. And I've got to carry my bag with me. And I've got to hit the ball out the woods, which is harder. Like what they should do in golf is they should make the middle bit, where you want to go, the easy bit, make that the grass and the trees. Because that's hard, isn't it? For the people who are good and can hit it in a straight line, make it more difficult. For the rest of us who choff it off over there out on a random angle, make that holding area on the sides all nice and make it slope towards the green. Like in bowling where you have those, when you go 10-pin bowling and you can put the kids thing up at the side so you can't gutter ball it. Make the edges of the golf course, don't make it the river and the lake and the woods. Make it slope towards, because I had a right chuffing. So they're off walking. They're already finished the first hole before I even get to it. So now I'm not walking with the men. I'm not talking with the men. I'm not enjoying this day out together, celebration day, New Year's Day, wedding day, whatever it was. I'm not doing that. I'm wandering around the woods with a massive bag. I don't need all these golf clubs. I only need 2. I need the big one for whopping it. Whop down the thing. Wallop. I need that one. And I need the small one for putty tap it in. That's all I need. Because I'm not using all these other ones. Because I'm not getting to do like a 4 wedge out of the, little chip shot. I'm not doing that. I'm walloping it out the wrong way. Walloping it back the other way. Trying to get it near the... Eventually, I decided chuff the ball. I left the ball and I just carried this big chuffer of golf clubs around. I just caught them up on hole number 4 and just said, I'm not hitting the ball. Don't worry about me. I'll just walk round with you. And then after because it's 18 of these holes. I was like, how long is this going to go on? 18 of them. 18! I'm on number 4. I just thought, chuff this. I walk back to the clubhouse. And there's your golf clubs. Thank you very much. And that's me. I'm done. I had to go and find them on the golf course so I could walk around with them. But I ain't hitting any more balls. I'm not carrying any more golf clubs. Jeez, what a chuffing ordeal golf. So yeah, golf could be improved. I should check out your stream, shouldn't I? I should check out more streams. Is that why you've got a little crown? Is that what that crown is? Does that crown mean you've got a... I don't know what the crown means. I don't know what anything means these days. Life is escaping me. We've done this one. I've done it already. Why am I doing it again? Oh, we've got a par. I did it in 1 then. Did it in 1. I bet that's what the par is. Now we've got to do that again. Oh no, par 2. I suppose first of all I'll knock it down, second of all I'll land on it. No, I'm just going to land on that bad boy. Easy. The crown is a prime thing. Oh, right, okay. Prime thing. Cool. Obnoximus Prime. Obnoxious Prime. Obnoxious Prime. Like a transformer. Tip 4 cats to win. Easy. I could do this all day. Tap, tippy tap, tappy, oosh. Easy. Catapult. Nice. Good pun. The puns are free flowing, aren't they? And now that we know somebody designed the puns, like there was one person, they probably finished most of the game and then handed it over to this, writer who just put a pun at the end of every level. What a good job. Imagine that was your job. What's going on here? There's the goal. I'm the little chuffer. That's the ball. It's like a combo level now. We're doing football and Chuffy Bird. It's going in on its own. That was a bad pun though, that one. Just score. That was weak. You've been paid to write these puns now, and now I realise someone's been specifically paid to write them. I'm going to be heavily critiquing them. This will be easy. It'll just go up that ramp and it'll just go in the goal, won't it? It won't chuff me about, will it? Yes, yes, Clarkson. Scorer. Look, the goal moved. Scorist. Oh, we were lucky there. We were lucky that one worked in our favour. Cheesed that a bit. We just touched it with it. Oh, lovely diving header. Nice. Oh. There's going to be just one timing that's going to be perfect and everything else is going to be wrong, isn't it? Ah. No! Down the hole. I'll tell you a little story about down the hole in a minute. I'm ready. Oosh! Yes! No! You hit it! Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. In! Oh! Ian Rush. Down the hole. Little story about down the hole. It's not a proper story. It's not a big face story. Just when we were younger, we used to go on this minibus. We used to have to get the minibus to go on fencing trips because I was in the fencing club. And we do it every weekend. Always on this chuffy minibus around the country. 9 hours in a minibus to get to bloody, Swansea Open or something. So in this minibus, and the minibus has got a little aisle. You sit some on one side, some on the other. And there's a hole in the middle, isn't there? In the middle of the aisle. And somebody had to go down the hole. You had to sit there down the hole. So the cry of down the hole. Reminds me of that. Punishment. No! This is like being Cristiano Ronaldo on the training pitch, look. Here we are now. It drops, and all I've got to do is... Yes! Yes! I love sitting in the hole. That was the fun spot. That was... It was alright. It was alright. I swear I can't tell that looks. I don't know about tabbing out to look at something else. Confused looking back. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Tabbing out on the screens. Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, down the hole was good because you're in the it's a good situation for being like in amongst the action, but you'd get extra beats because it was like down the hole. Like, you know, if someone said something, you know, if you were playing a game and like, you know, someone had lost the game or said something, you know, right, you're going down the hole. Out you get out the hole. Someone else is coming in now. Down the hole. It's like a punishment. Once, this sort of stuff used to go on. It wasn't proper bullying, but it was a little bit bullying. Fencing, trip capture, yeah, putting up the fence. I think that's from Catching the Eye. Is it? I'm thinking of Tom Sawyer, paint the fence. Aren't I? The other thing that sometimes, once somebody took the batteries out of my Walkman and threw them at the back of the bus, so I had to then climb over the. Like, we've got all these fencing bags in the back of the bus, and I'm there in amongst all the luggage, climbing through, finding my batteries. And the fencing coach pulled over, not the bus driver pulled over. Said, "What are you doing in there? It's dangerous. Get out!" And I was like, "It's not my fault." They're like, "You chose to climb in there, though, didn't you?" And I was like, "I didn't throw the batteries in there. But I'm not, you know, I won't put up with this. I'll do things out my Walkman. Yeah, out my Walkman. Tape playing, cassette based. Way before the iPod, we had a cassette-based tape player. I've come out of there. Have I finished everything in there? Didn't feel like it was finished, but I went. Golf, no. Oh yeah, look, there is something on this there. Look. These are your little trophies. Down the hole. Little trophy room there. I heard the Mario theme again in the music, subtly. You had a portable CD player, yeah. I had one. I eventually did have, I upgraded a portable CD player. Do you remember that though? Do you remember that portable CD player? And they were like, "What's going to happen is you've got all your music now. It's CDs. It's better." And you're like, to be honest, at home, it is better, isn't it? Although I could never scratch a tape, I could cut one in half and ruin it. So yeah, it is better. It is better. But then you get your portable CD player, and it's portable. And the minute you try and port it, the minute you move it, any direction, up, down, left, right, gently put it on the table, a mouse runs across the road while the car's stationary. And then, so then you're sitting there, you're holding it like that, aren't you? Out in front, like the car's going, and you'll just hold it. You find like the sweet spot where you can hold it and keep it. I'm doing this, just holding it like that, holding it, so it doesn't go. And then the other one that used to happen on the minibus is if someone were lucky enough fortunate to have a portable CD player, they probably wouldn't bring it on the minibus because it'd get trashed. Like, everyone's main aim is to tap that. Tap it. Someone's asleep listening to that. Tap, 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 tap. That was the system. Portable seat. Oh, I've got to score these goals. What am I doing? I'm one off over here. I've got to do this. This par. Oh god. It should be achievable. Nestle it in the CD case thing. That's a good idea. And then there was iPods, and then it all just, that was it then. Oh, I forgot about the par that I'm supposed to be doing here. Shit. Those choppers really chop you up, don't they? It slows down time when I hold down the buttons, so I have got the opportunity to really wield that. Like this, look. Oosh. I can't, this one, I don't feel I can. just going to have to bin that off and hope that there's, you know, later on in my What the Golf career, I come back and have the patience and the abilities. It's only for the trophy anyway. It's only for the trophy. I still get the completion, look. Just don't have the crown. Yeah, I could try using the paddle thing. I mean, it all feels a bit rickety to me, and I don't want to start getting frustrated. So I think I'll just move on, and we'll come back to it later, because we can do the hardest ones later when we're better. There was something else I wanted to say about the iPods. Yeah, you get an iPod, right, and now you bought it on CD. You bought it on tape. Bought it on CD. Now I've got to put it on my iPod. I can do that, I own the CD. But then later on, you bin off all your CDs, don't you? They've gone. Your CDs have all gone now. And you've got your iPods and stuff. And then your iPod's broken and you get a new one because time moves on and they're thinner and smaller. And eventually you get to the point where you have to, they ask you to buy it. Can you pay for that music? I'm like, well, I used to have a CD somewhere, didn't I? Can I just download it for free now? No. No, you can't. The days of downloading things for free online are long gone. Nowadays, you want to pay again, please. And I'm like, no, I don't, because can I not just prove it to you that I've got the CD? I've got the tape case somewhere. I've got the CD case somewhere. Can I not just prove it to you? And I can, like, no, I want you to buy it again. Like, they know I bought that music. They know I paid them. I paid them the big money for the CD back in the day. You know, the big money. Why can't I just have it for free again? Why can't they just be like, look, we've got our CD money in over the years for this music. We've had our ride, our wild ride. You know, why do we have to continue to rip people off royalties and royalties and royalties? Can't they just say, like, after, like, Spotify's a good example as well. Like, can't you just have all that for free now? Can't all that music be free? Can't you just download it anytime you want off Spotify just for free? Because you're using it and it's free and it's just music and, like, damn it. Like, every time I listen to the radio and they play those old songs over and over again, I think, oh, I'd like to have those for free on my iPod. I have bought them, so it wouldn't really be for free. I've already bought them once, you chuffers. What's going on here? This looks like it could be a nightmare. You don't know. Like, you're left with a little, like, what's the word? Apprehension. Because you don't know what's about to happen when you do the thing. I wouldn't have spotted that. Is my ball still in play? Yeah, my ball's still in play. Oh, I've knocked it off the edge. Simple, simple, easy. Kaboom. Par one, but we're also swinging a cow. Now this is where I would like a bit of camera. I was talking about it at the start of the broadcast. I think it's just one element of the game that just lets it down, and it could be easily fixed. Is just, you know, where's my camera movement here? I can't see the cow in profile. I can't see the swing set. I'm zoomed out, so it's small in the middle of the screen, and you've got a lot of space on the edge of the screen, which is useless. So that's a shame. I'm broadcasting it in 720p. I'm capturing carding it at 720p off the Nintendo Switch, so it looks a bit worse for you on screen. But in real life, it's not that bad. But when you're playing handheld, which is a great function of the Nintendo Switch, look, I can play it handheld. It's just a bit little on the screen. Look, you can just about see that. It's little in the middle when it should fill the whole screen. So that's my only negative with this game, so thus far, and it plays out more apparent in some levels, like this one particularly, where I'd like a profile view. But other than that, see what I mean? I've got to judge this distance, and it's nice, perfect. Did it in 2. I'd quite like to see a speedrun of What the Golf. Knock off all trees. That ain't too difficult, is it? Oh, I'm the car. ball is still controlling it, but the car is what I'm... Watch the cat. Car win. That's not a pun. Harsh on the puns now, because, you know, someone's been paid to write them. Car win. Car win. Stuck a mini game to try and get into the chuffing holes. What's going on? That looks really, you know, calm at the moment, doesn't it? But I know what's about to happen. Okay. Easy. Don't blow up. Ooh, that's close. But we're still in it to win it. What's our par? 4. 1 moves it, 2 position, 3 moves it, 4 in. Chuffed it right up. Oh look, I can blow up and it doesn't necessarily necessitate a fail. Let's just try this. Yeah, look, it doesn't necessitate a fail. Those barrels are still in the way though, aren't they? Thought I might be able to clear a path and then just straight through, but unlikely. One more. No spin, no curve on the ball. No spin or curve. So I can't do that. But this is okay. That's a solid position for a move it and then in. As long as it doesn't bounce me back to where I started. This will work. Perfect. That's a proper pun. That's a proper pun. For the crown. Tip 8 cats to win. The cats are all over the cars. I think we just knock this and it starts a chain reaction. What about the big cat? Do we have to do that ourselves? Ooh! None shall stand. It's not really a pun, but it works. Do you know what's so lovely about this game? I'm thinking it, so I'll say it rather than write. With an art review, what I try and do is play the game through, and then I try and go away and walk the dog. Actually, 4 o'clock now already, isn't it? God, how long have I been on? Talking of walking the dog, he's already had 1 walkie, but I like to get him out twice in the day, and the sunlight's fading. An hour 43. I've been on longer than I thought. It is what it is. 4 o'clock is sunset. Yeah, so I like to then do the dog walk, and then on my phone I write notes, and then I type it up and do the art review. But I'm thinking these things while I'm playing them, so if I just say them, I might be able to edit it out into the edit. I might not, I don't know. I'll just have a go. I'm laughing a lot while I'm playing, aren't I? I'm having a lot of enjoyment. It's fun. Dark Souls, we talked about it earlier. I didn't laugh a lot when I played Dark Souls. There were some times where I just, you die and you just go, oh God. Like, it makes you laugh because it's just so ridiculous. If you didn't laugh, you'd cry. That sort of laughter. But I didn't laugh a lot when I was playing Dark Souls. Didn't laugh a lot. But this game, it's got a lot of humour inbuilt, and it makes you feel happy. Do you know what I mean? It makes you feel happy. Simple little thing, isn't it? Simple little polygons. There are other games, simple little polygons. Flappy Bird doesn't make you feel happy. Does not make you feel happy. I was talking to my sister the other day, talking about Fortnite. In Fortnite, there's 100 players drop in, 1 player wins. So 99 people go, oh, chuffing hell. I got shot in the back. Oh. 99 people feel, oh. 1 person goes, yes. Next game. Whereas this, hopefully, 99 people who play it feel, yay. And then you get 1% of us who get frustrated with the odd level. But in the general, it's a bit of a joy, isn't it? There's something really nice and mindful about controlling the physical controlling, physics. Playing with physics. It's very tactile, very mindful. No! I had it the first time and now I've chuffed it. There's something very nice and mindful about playing a physics-based game, about being... ooh, little cheeky toast there. About being physically... I thought I touched the flag then. About being physically in touch with the game. There's something really mindful about being physically in touch with it. Is it really loud? Turn it down a bit in case it's too loud now. That'll change the nature of the... Turn it down a bit in case... the nature of the stream. So really nice and mindful about being physically controlling a physics game. And there's something really nice and enjoyable about the tone that's been set. Yeah, I really like it. It's nice to be able to play something that I like, isn't it? That I don't rant on about how bad it is, or it's nice to be able to do something just nice, isn't it? Par 2. One in, and I have to get it into the toaster. Second one has to hit the flag. That's all there is to it. Close but no cigar. In and toaster. That'll do, that'll do. That'll do. Ooh! She rides. Being able to just enjoy it is refreshing, absolutely. Yeah, exactly, yeah. And the Dark Souls did a thing, didn't it? Dark Souls... Before Dark Souls, games had been challenging. Dark Souls was almost like a traditional challenge, like taking you back to a time before saves and to a time before, when things were frustrating and you just had to do it. 3 lives or you're out. The bonfire system, of course, is a save system and progression, so it didn't completely go, old school, but it just took you back to that time where you died a lot, and it reminded people of what games used to be, and that there was some fun to that challenge. Very different to up until that point in the modern era. Games have been doing all sorts of things all the time, but just before Dark Souls there was a kind of blossoming of a meditative kind of game, or a slow game, or a game with no death, that people were saying, hang on, we can just enjoy ourselves. And then Dark Souls was like, no, you don't have to do that, like real gamers like it hardcore. And so after Dark Souls, I think there was a few more sort of, I don't want to say Souls-like, I just think there was a few more games that put in more challenge. I think a few more game developers probably thought, challenging. And this is on the other side of that spectrum. It turns out, for my mental health, I prefer this. I've played all of Dark Souls. I could not dream of wanting to boot it up again. I could do it for stream. I'd like to do it for stream. But other than that, it's like self-abuse. Whereas this feels more like a little treat. Explode all barrels. That should be easy. Except my ball is going to... Yeah. Maybe if I go from the other side. I think I can use the trees as cover. Like if I go in this way, I think the trees keep me on. No. And I've got to hit them. And I've got to stay on. No. Yes! I don't know if you heard my tummy rumble then. My tummy just popped a rumble. All signs are pointing towards the end of stream is nigh, because my tummy's rumbling, and the second dog walkie, the light is fading. Is fading. Has faded. And if we're not going to get a big second dog walkie, then we're going to have to do. And I'm going to do another dog walkie later as well. So we're going to do 3, but we'll have to play some activity toys or something because he's been patient while I'm on the internet. This looks like a minefield, doesn't it? I knew it was going to be like pinball. I can't see a clear route unless I clear one with a barrel, but that's all right. Easy does it. No booms, mate. Boom, 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 boom. We are the cheeky girls. We are the squeaky boys. We are the cheeky girls. Yes. Easy does it. I want you. No, it's cheeky girls, isn't it? We are the cheeky girls. What am I doing now? Feed the hole. Oh, I eat those things. Okay. And I grow in size. I can hit the barrels. I think I need to hit the barrels as well. This is alright. I think it's going to get more difficult as it gets bigger, isn't it? Because I'm going to roll off the edge more, aren't I? Yeah, that's that poor bad song in your head. I got the Cheeky Girls on Alexa because my dog has a squeaky toy, and when I have the squeaky toy going, I go, "You are the squeaky boy, you are the squeaky boy." So, oh, we've done this one. Oosh, let's go into this one. Next up. I can get right up straight through there. No? I reckon I can go right up through there. Sweet. Look at that. There's something very satisfying about the resolution of each level as well. The ball goes in the hole, or the hole eats the things, or whatever it is. There's something very satisfying about the resolution of each level. Now, I just did it in 3, didn't I? So I will never, ever, ever, ever again be able to do it in 3. What am I doing wrong now? I just did it then, just a minute ago. Just did it. Oh, chuff. I move the yellow, bounce off the red, and then I'm just straight through. Ooh. Could this just be a little straight shot? No. Bounce off the red. No. Okay, one long shot. Nice and easy. Nice and easy does this. Move the yellow, bounce off the red, and we're in. Chop. I just did it in... If you get it in part on the first go, they should skip the next one for you. They should say, tick, done. Because now I'm chuffed. I'm never ever going to be able to do it. I knew I'd do this. Have we even got it? How did we even get it through the first time? I'll have to go and watch the stream again. Okay, maybe just ping off the front. Like that. Yes, we're out of the way. And then off the edge. Send me up there. No, I've gone too far. My only chance here, I think, is to try and use these barrels to create a chain reaction that might randomly knock me up there. I got it first time so smooth, didn't I? We know I can do it. We know I can do it. At the club, looking fresh, so smooth. Snuck it through. Don't knock it off. We can do this. I've already gone to maximum, so now I can't undo the maximum, so it's got to be target bang on. Yes. She rides. Oh god, that wasn't even the last one. That wasn't the crown, was it? That was the par. What's the crown? No parking. Get rid of all the cars. Simple job. As long as you attack them from the side or back, they won't knock you off. They don't call me NCP for nothing. They don't call me NCP. No, no, no! It must be so fun to create and play test this game, mustn't it? You know, come into the work on Monday and be like, I've got an idea about little cars. And then you put a little car in, you play with the physics, it's fun. Job done. No parking. No cars. That was not a good pun. I think the pun writer here, you know, it's a full-time job being a pun writer. This experiment was a blast. We're moving on. That counts. That counts as a pun. More cars. Oh, a bit of a long level. Oh, chuff. Oh, I just managed to avoid that. What is... Oh, I'm trying to get to the hole at the end. I thought I was going to go up the slope. So this will be fine. No! Ooh. Just tap it in. There's no par. There's no worries. There's just tap it in. That's all there is. Just tap it in. Barrel roll. Do a barrel roll. Teeth are hurting now. Now it's my lower teeth. That's not right, is it? I've got a bad toothy. I don't know if you know. Got a bad toothy. It's a weekend of toothache. And of course, because I had one bad tooth up there, I've spoke to the dentist, and we're going to the dentist on Monday. So it's all sorted, you know, whatever. But because of that, I went around all the rest of my teeth, gave them a really good clean. And when I say really good clean, I mean sticking those little things in between them and chuff it. And because I've been taking painkillers, I think I've hurted my teeth even more. It's never ending. It never will end until it ends. This one's a cat level. Tip 5 cats to win. That should be straightforward. There's the car. Oh, they're cheeky. Look, they're in between the barrels. I don't want to hit those barrels really. Oh, stay in. None shall stand. It's the same as before. You're repeating your puns now. The pun writer's going to be in for it. What is going on? I'm a barrel. So I am explode. No, I'm still... No, that was... Okay. I cannot get exploded. Like that. Yeah, tooth pain is bad, but I've got paracetamol, I've got ibuprofen, and I've got being tough. So, what they've said is that it's going to need a root canal, or they're going to take it out. They're going to decide on Monday. So it's like a proper chuffer, proper right hurty one. And I just got to get through until then. Hurty Tooth weekend. No. Oh, I'm still alive. No. All that stuff going on. Oh, okay. I'm still alive, but I can't touch anything, and it's a big mess. You know what he said there as well? He said that us and France, like, the Nazis were invading France, so we're going to go to France. Like, you know? And people won't even wear a mask. They won't even, you know, they won't even wear a mask, some people. They won't even care to do little things. I mean, maybe not, I don't know exactly the politics of that exact time, but, you know, the British Empire was wide, wasn't it? We went all over the world. There were places like Malta, like just all over the world, like New Zealand, little British flags in the corners of their flags. We've been everywhere. And if we were to fall, then, I don't know why it makes me so emotional. If we were to fall, then they would come to our aid. And it's not going to stop. We're not going to give in, you know?
We carry on.
And that literally means the new. Again, that's America, isn't it? That's you in America. It took a while for them to join in the Second World War. It took a little while with all their power and might to come and sort of, you know, stamp it out with us. But without us, I don't think there would have been the same result, really. I don't know. Here in America, you. No, like, well, anyone that's watching. Anyone that's watching. It's not a, you know, it's a previous time, isn't it? And it's a, where's the Super Nintendo? Back to fun. New Super Nintendo Switch. It's a previous time, and look at all those barrels that are built up. I'm never going to get there now. Look. It's a previous time, and America, you know, it wasn't like the people in America were saying, let's not go to war, or anything like that. They were just living in America. Political decisions were being made, you know, choices were made. No one in America had like a, oh, you're in Essex. There you go. No one in America had direct say-so or whatever. You know, we have these funny, you know, we look back on these things, don't we, and we say, oh, the Americans were a bit late in the war or whatever. But, I don't know, just what I was saying was, we don't give up, do we? We don't give up. That's what I was saying. Things can be difficult. Things are difficult. Things are difficult in life. And part of our, like, I want to say us, our British, part of the national psyche. And I don't go on about this, I don't believe in nationalism, I think we're human. So I think I should widen that out and say part of the human psyche, you know, part of being a human is that you will not surrender, you will not give up, we won't go into the, what is it, won't into the night, we won't go quietly into the night. We will not go. What is it? Is that Independence Day? It's from the film Independence Day. Why is that making me emotional? But it's not from Independence Day, is it? It's Dylan Thomas. That's what it is. Dylan Thomas. Oh. Where do I get it from? You know, where do I get it from? How can I be playing this game? Web of a browser. And this is true of me, though. This is true of us as humans. This is the weekend. I find I get emotional at the weekend sometimes. I like to put it on Sundays. I like to put a little box around it and say, Sundays before Antiques Roadshow, listen to a little bit of a song, think about the things that make me a bit sad, feel the emotions. Then watch the Antiques Roadshow and, you know, eat something nice and smile again. Do not go gentle into that good night, Dylan. How is he going to read it? How is he going to read it? How is he going to read it? Without crying. He's going to try. He's going to try. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage. Rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words had forked no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night. Good men, the last wave, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight, and learned too late they grieved it on its way. Do not go gentle into that good night. Grave men near death, who see with blinding sight, blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. And you, my father there, on the sad height, curse, bless me now with your fierce tears, I pray. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. I told you I'd cry. I told you I'd cry. Couldn't help it. I mean, yeah. It's just us, isn't it? It's just us. It's just humans. It's just what we do. Super Nintendo Switch. Something as little as finding it frustrating in the game can remind me of everything we've been through in the last couple of years and how difficult it has been. He's talking about his dying father. Nigel knows. He's talking about his dying father. It made me think of, a lot of people. And of course it makes us think of, fighting through it, doesn't it? That's what we're all doing, isn't it? All the time. Should have done this on Mental Health Monday. Not just now on stream randomly. But that's what we're always doing, isn't it? That's where it came from. Fighting through it. Try again. I suppose in some little way. Now I can't do crying over golf. I did crying over Moonlighter. That was the Moonlighter review. I can't do crying in every game review. Can I? That's not going to work out. They're going to be like, who's this? Have you seen that streamer? He cries over all the games. It's not a good look, is it? I don't want to be popular for crying. I'm looking around for tissues so I can blow my nose. I'm not going to cry at everything. But yeah, it just made me realise, it just made me think again of how difficult things have been. And we're not going to give up. We're not going to... In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to try a little bit harder. And when things are fun, and they're easy, and they're fun, and there's a little bit of difficulty, it's not going to ruin our fun. It's not going to destroy us. We're not going to let it... We're not going to, We're going to rage, aren't we? We're going to rage. And then you take that little lesson that you learn in that. You learn through play. You learn through frustration. And then when you grow up and you get a bit older, you have to do the work in the world. And hopefully you've been able to take that on board. Hopefully you've been able to internalise that message. Other forms of media help me to remind myself of it, to internalise it as I've grown. But I did wave my arm then at the poem that's still on my screen, that is no longer on my screen, WebBubba browser. Other forms of media enable me to remind myself of those concepts. And, enable us to find the strength to push through that and push on. These days, we don't have such... people don't lean on religion as much. People don't take that from religion. So I try not to... I believe in a God. I don't think that reading the Bible is necessary. I don't think the Bible is what Jesus said even. It's got rewritten and all that, hasn't it? And I kind of veer towards some Islamic ideas. I like Sufism, but I'm not going to be like a religious streamer. I think it's too narrow to reach everyone. But things like this, a little golf game, reminding you of the poetry, reminding you not to give up, reminding you that, have a little rest this weekend, because we're going back into the fight. It's not just the COVID, is it? it's been the COVID for the last 2 years. It's been the loneliness, the separation, the anxiety. It's been all those things for you, for all of us. But there are other things as well that we find individually frustrating. Each of us will have a different level on this game that we find more difficult. And yeah, as long as you can internalise that and carry it with you, it's okay to be emotional about it. It's okay to have felt the things, isn't it? It's okay to see the sentimentality and the sadness in it. But the most important thing, I think, is to be able to court and sing the sun in flight. To be the wild men or women or people, to be the wild men who catch and sing the sun in flight. Our frail deeds to dance in a green bay. You know, to not live the sadness, but to live the joy. And if it's frustrating and you're not in the joy, and it's difficult and it's hard, that's the waves, isn't it? That's the waves. Life comes and goes in waves. So you take it. You know, my hurty tooth is nothing compared to this, is it? You take the frustrations, you face them down, you take them on the chin, you know, you carry them in. You can put them aside and we can let them go, and we can move on, can't we, into the future, because we persevere. That's the word, perseverance. Because we persevere, because we're not going to quit, we're not going to give in. That's just not an option. At the darkest, worst bit, when the wolves are at the door, it's just not even an option. It's just not even an option. Internalise that. Get hold of that. Get hold of that. Make sure you get hold of that. Make sure, you know, when you are next facing your rock bottoms, your lows, when you're next, you know, barricading that door because the wolves are at it, remember that we've been here and we've talked about this, and it was only a golf game, we got through. It represented something else that we all have inside us. Remember that, internalise that. That's so important. That's so important. And I'll remind us all now, Web of a Browser, that we do Mental Health Monday every Monday for this sort of reason. We've got a channel, we talk about it on stream. Those concepts are what we need to remember when suicide... There's a video there about suicidal thoughts on that. We need to remember these concepts when we feel suicidal. I say we. I'm not just saying that I do and you do. I'm not saying you do. I'm saying we as humans, we all go through things that push us to the point of saying, I just want to give up now. I just had enough. I just want the easiest way out of this situation. I just want it to not hurt anymore. And when the wolves are at the door and that's, you know, what's happening, we remember this, don't we? We remember these things, not psychonauts. We remember that we've pushed through, that we persevere, that we have joy. We have joy in the world. We get to those joys through the perseverance. So, yeah, that's big. I think that's where we alight here for the day. I think I now go and walk the dog. I think I you know, physically feeling me that sitting here and playing more game isn't quite where my mental state has come to now. I'm glad that I felt these things. I'm glad I went to that place with that poem. I'm glad that, you know, it makes me feel, because that's what life is, isn't it? Feeling things. If I didn't feel something, if I was numb, then the world wouldn't be so good. If I was numb to it, so I'm happy with that, and with that happiness, I'm going to go out and feel the wind on my face, feel the rain, you know, walk the dog, get him up out of he's been bored for the last couple of hours because I've been doing this. So that's the plan now. We'll alight here. I'll be back on stream tomorrow on Twitch, I believe, Sunday. I don't know. I've got no plan tomorrow. We'll just see what happens. You'll find us on YouTube and you'll be good. And you have been good. And if you can't be good, then do not go gentle into that good night. Rage against the machine until you are a good. Because you are good. Because you are good.